brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Browns and the Bengals, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a very loud and a very sold-out Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
In the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now Burrow. He'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. On the move past the 40. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Evan McPherson for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Browns under head coach Kevin Stefanski. They'll be led out by Deshaun Watson. Of course, he won a national title at Clemson and already has 3 Pro Bowls under his belt in the National Football League.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. From the 41, Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 43. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43. Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Again, it's Watson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. A shotgun snap for Watson.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
On 2nd and goal. Watson. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Logan Wilson. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive, it comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play. It was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Mixon. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. On 3rd down, Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Over 100 catches in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in these playoffs. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Defensively, they're going to have to do something about him in a hurry because that last catch puts him over the 100-yard mark. We haven't even hit the 2nd quarter yet.
And you did say they'd have to do it in a hurry. It has to be right now because as his confidence grows, it'll actually overwhelm the defense. No matter what they do, he'll feel like they can't stop him.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And Burrow going to throw again.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's the tight end Hurst with it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Boyd. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield and made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 5 now. Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson now to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
York able to send this one through.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0, so continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Jordan Elliott gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carping them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Burrow from his own end zone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And I do believe this is going to line up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught. But sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. That's pulled in at the 32. And the Browns getting set to go.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
Taken down at the 42.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Chubb. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. The Browns on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On 1st and 10, Watson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Here's Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. That one goes for 8 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Now Burrow on first down. He's got a man complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Burrow.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. First down, here's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
To throw again on second down.
Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So it's on to halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this Divisional Round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look back to Saturday's AFC Divisional Round game. And it is the Kansas City Chiefs who will fight another week as they knock off the New England Patriots. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Browns. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns offense getting set to go to work here to start the third. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Watson. Drops it off for Chubb. Flexing his muscle again. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he'll just get rid of it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. To the air yet again, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jakeem Grant, 50 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to 2. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Trent Taylor. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing again on second down. Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. On third down, Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 45-yard line. Now it's Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Taylor.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 14-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson.
And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because These offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go option to the short side. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. From the 45 on second down, Watson brought in over the middle by Grant.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Watson now to throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe his quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage, a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Watson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders, and I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
The football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Again, it's Watson. This will be caught at about the 5. Second and goal from inside the 5. Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Now Watson. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. Amari Cooper from 4 yards out.
And the Browns have taken a fourth quarter lead. Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Bengals getting set to go. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
And it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to their hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was, let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And with that last play, he's now over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Burrow looking to pass. He's got Higgins over the middle.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Burrow dumps it off to Mixon.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
Pass thrown right back to Joe Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Burrow will throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 5-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
On 1st and 10, Watson to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
That's a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
1st down, here's Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
From the 31,
Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming This is 3rd and long. Now it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up, hold them to a field goal. That's the mantra right now. You hold them to a field goal, you still got a chance to take care of business on the other end. But you're right, the 3 timeouts are going to be key. How well they use them to preserve clock as well as stopping them, that's the key to giving them a chance to win.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Watson. This is the tight end, Njoku.
And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. And his kick here is good. And that'll push the lead up to 8. Well, on both sides, you come into this game with so much hope, so much build-up, looking to move on. One side gets to do that, but let's not forget the others. Tough pill to swallow.
It really is, because there's so much hard work, effort. You mentioned the hope to go on and maybe play in the big game itself. Well, let's see how they handle it, though. The offseason is going to be a long one for them because it's going to eat their heart out watching other people continue to play. But can they come back the next year and find it in them to make that same run again and maybe find a way to advance?